Copy that. You select the target, I'll concentrate fire, Commander.
Target shields offline.
Phenomenal.
Target is splashed. Can't see any more threats in the area. There may be something we can salvage from the wreckage, though.
Engaging target.
Sure thing. Focusing fire on the primary target.
Alright, well, here we are. Hello, everybody. Yeah, it's Gret's Day. Oh my god. Mr. Moo, here in the cockpit, here in Elite Dangerous, here in, Keelback. Here in the rings of Narvit 5. So, how is everybody? Oh, shout-outs. Who's here? Ray?
We need to return fire.
Who's here? Ray, Gret, Ghost, Dean, Marino Twine, Blood Drunk, Northema, let's see here, dihydroxyphenethylamine. How are you doing? One of these days I'll actually be able to rattle that off without, you know, without trouble. Bibliophilus, oh, I need a drink to watch this. Oh, believe me, I need a drink to fly this. Nope, this is, you know, I promised chat. If I got to 40 subs, I would, 40 sub points, I'd fly a Keelback. Well...
Shields are offline. Need you to watch my back while I get them up and running, Commander.
Today is that day. Took on a, Anaconda, to much trouble.
Target is splashed.
Just kind of poking around. So today's a day where I'm gonna be doing this Keelback briefly. What are my stats? Notoriety, 0. Hey! I don't have to fly in this thing anymore. No, I'll keep flying in this thing. Ionized, hello there. Pull up a seat, how you doing?
Copy that. You're clear to relinquish control.
Aviv, yo! Set 2-1.
Routine.
What am I gonna do now? Well... I'm gonna be flying in a Keelback, or maybe I'll just be flying in the fighter deployed by the Keelback, and let my AI pilot handle the pain of flying the actual thing. Count the number of times he says Keelback. What if I say piece of shit? Maybe I should change this channel to mature, because if I'm flying this piece of shit, I'm going to be saying piece of shit a whole lot. Two Chrono, missed the stream the other day. Brief overview. Best early mid money making schemes. Find a friend who. One of them is find a friend who can run wing missions with you. Another one is a little bit of brief bounty hunting, just in the rings. Let the cops open fire on somebody first. Another one is if you can handle surface survey missions. You don't actually need an SRV. If you get close enough, you can scan the data point. You can scan the data point with your ship. Attack mode.
Watch how safe.
Weapons.
Affirmative, Commander. I'm ready to engage.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
Shield offline. Shields online.
Points off for using the wrong fighter? What do you mean? Oh, just hit 2 billion credits. That's not bad. By which I mean, that's a lot of, that's a lot more than I got. It's not cheating. I am flying in a keelback. I am in the keelback right now, thanks to the telepresence system.
Scan detected.
Besides, I don't want the keelback to get blown up. I'm sorry, the piece of shit to get blown up.
Under attack.
Weapons.
Shield offline.
GU-97 or self-destruct? Oh, you're funny. I kill you last. Weapons.
Phenomenal.
Gonna go buy 3 new ships? Alright. There. Gret, I am actually flying the piece of shit. Does this satisfy the terms? And if anybody wants to see the build on this thing, just type Sigh. This thing is an appalling pile of junk. Set 2-1.
Routine.
Under attack.
So, let's go over what the keelback is and what the keelback isn't. It isn't a freighter. It isn't a combat ship.
Offline.
It's a pocket carrier. And, yeah, I'm having trouble just... This is with engineered thrusters, and it can barely move.
Target shields offline.
Weapons. No, it honestly is that bad. Let's check my cargo capacity. 0.
Destroyed.
The keelback is not yet grade 5. It's grade 4 in a lot of places. But I'm not going grade 5 yet in this thing. The thrusters are grade 4. And that's getting me all the way up to 300 and some meters per second.
Shields online.
Balance. Would you rather have a keelback or a Type 7? A Type 7. It's useful.
Copy that. Going live. Stand by.
If you had to fly nothing else ever again, Type 7. Hands down.
Fighter online. Ready to go.
Attack mode.
Affirmative, standby.
I'm on it, Commander. Weapons are primed.
Frameshift charge detected. Scan detected.
I'm surprised you aren't sneezing at people. This thing, I considered it. Would you take a Type 7 bounty hunting? No. Unless I was in a high-res like this. And then the cops could do most of the work. Actually, you know what? For Pete's sake, I've taken a hauler bounty hunting. I may as well try a T7. I mean, it certainly can't be any worse than this thing. The T7 is... Well, actually, no. A T7, I've seen it work as a bounty hunter. Because the thing can just be turned into an armored brick with engines on one end and a ram plate on the other. Yeah, I took a hauler bounty hunting. Took out a couple of condas with it. Yeah, it has one small hardpoint, good enough for a railgun. This was the Mauler hauler. I could get it north of 500 meters per second.
Scan detected.
Yeah, anything's viable if you waste enough engineering on it. That is exactly the point. Ooh, hello there, Conda. Attack my target.
Weapons free. Engage the target.
Sure thing. Focusing fire on the primary target.
Set 3-1.
Adjusting.
Come on, outmaneuver the damn Anaconda.
Under attack.
Set 1-2.
Initiating.
Target shields offline.
Yeah, the problem... Yeah, that is exactly the problem. If you put the fighter on board, you don't have any room for cargo. If you put cargo space on board, it doesn't have any room for fighters. Which is the point of this piece of shit. You know, oh, it's a light ship, it can carry a fighter. No, it can't, not if you don't want it to do anything else.
Shields are down. Rerouting power to systems.
Weapons.
Shield offline.
Target is splashed.
Does the SLF bring anything for a ship the size of the keelback? The Programmer, it really does. The keelback does not have a whole lot of DPS, so the fighter is a very welcome addition to that. That's true. But in all seriousness, my hate for the thing aside, I mean, here is an honest heartfelt critique of the Keelback without going into hyperbole. It's too many compromises. I'm gonna see about taking out this last conda, if I can get some fire support from the police. And then we can head back to the station and I can go over all my thoughts on the thing.
Shields online.
Commander Varad, you're late for Keelback Day, you aren't that late. But no, in all seriousness, it's just got too many compromises to it. Balance. Fighter's pretty much equivalent to a single huge hardpoint. That's a good way of thinking about it. Except it can hit from other angles, has regenerative shields, and can dodge. Well, he's gone. Tierlock, oh boy, Keelback Day. Yep, oh boy, Keelback Day. The engine sounds nice. The engine, that's another thing. To me, the engine just sounds grating. Attack my target.
Engaging.
Copy
Weapons.
that. You select the target. I'll concentrate fire, Commander.
Target shields offline.
Shields are down. Rerouting power to systems.
Well, that wasn't
Fighter
supposed to
destroyed.
happen.
I hope your insurance is up to date, Commander.
My insurance, you're the one paying for it. Agril, good evening. How you doing?
Outstanding.
Target destroyed.
Recall the... Oh. Set 2-1.
Done, Commander.
So no, I mean, people have heard me bitch and moan about keelbacks up and down for Lord knows how long. Probably since the beginning of... ever since I started streaming. But, yeah, let's head back to the station. Let's get a... you know, let's get an honest review of this thing going. How am I? I'm flying a keelback. Not my favorite activity in the universe. But maybe we can make it work a little bit. You know you love this. You can keel it in your heart. Mods, be ready on a timeout.
Oh, snap! The monster I sent you to kill is actually a monster truck! Puns, motherfucker!
Yeah, be ready on the timeout hammer. No, I kid. Bibliophilus, would a federal assault ship with a fighter bay, would it not do the same job, only better? It would. It would. The problem is that yeah, it's the smallest and cheapest ship with a fighter bay. It is like a sixth of the cost of a federal gunship. So that's its big draw. It is the cheapest ship that can launch a fighter. Gear down.
Gear down and slow.
1
Need the sarcastic bandit sound clip? Yeah, probably do. Okay, so here we are at the station. Let's get the specs on this thing looked at.
Touchdown confirmed. Dispatching south.
Hull repaired.
So no, for those who are unfamiliar with it, the keelback is basically a Type 6, except...
Acknowledged, Commander.
No, nothing is acknowledged, Alex. Let's see if the shipyard has one in stock to compare to a T6. Let's just look at the stock configuration first. Okay, it doesn't, that's fine. Anyway... Status. So this is with grade 4 engineering on the shields. Shield health 275. Armor rating 45. Armor health 1879, and that's with a few armor packs added in. So 275 shield health, that is roughly just under half of what my chieftain has. If we pull up the if we pull up the outfitting screen here. Okay, so you've got a class 5 shield generator. You've got a class 5 fighter bay. You got hull reinforcement here, and 1 module reinforcement. There's 0 room for cargo. This is with a module and 3 hull reinforcement packs. Let's see here. Might show up if we know when and where. I can notify our group today. We usually have a nice session every few weeks. I think tomorrow would be the day for it. Possibly. Thank you so much for that, Dean. Also for the 5 bits. Yeah, I'll talk that over. If you want to send me a PM or something, I can get back to you after the show, and once I get, once I get the post-show stuff wrapped up, I can ding you back on that. But no, this is the big problem with the keelback. The hull, on its own, isn't strong enough to go without shields. The fighter bay takes up valuable cargo space. The shield generator takes up valuable cargo space. And then you need hull reinforcement, which is also taking up cargo space. Now, you could drop the fighter bay and stick in a 32-ton cargo bay, but for 32 tons, you could put that into a Cobra 3 and have a much higher survivability rate by benefit of top speed. You just outrun the problem. A Type 6 will actually carry more cargo. It's what do I want to use here? It's requirement creep? That's not quite the word for it, but it's feature creep. That's what it is. When you're trying to program or create something simple and somebody says, "Hey, could you do this with it?" and you add in one feature. Then somebody else says, "Hey, you just added in that feature. How much more trouble it would be to add in this feature?" And so on and so forth, and eventually you go from something nice and clean and simple and focused in its purpose to something that is capable of doing everything to like 50%. I mean, I don't mind 80% solutions. An Anaconda is an 80% solution. It's not a 100% combat ship. It's not a 100% explorer. It's not 100% cargo. Well, it might be a 100% explorer, but everything else, it does, other ships do combat better, other ships do cargo better, etc. It does everything, though, to 80%. This is more like a 50 or a 40 or a 30% solution, because there's other ships, 2 medium and 2 small hardpoints. Let's look at the number of ships that have 2 medium and 2 small hardpoints. Viper 3, Viper 4, Cobra 3, Let's see here. Diamondback Scout. Asp Scout. Let's see, what else comes to mind? I think that just about covers it. Chrono, you're right. The profile is a lot more appealing than the Type 6, but at the same time, that's like taking a Ferrari and sticking the guts of an Edsel inside. Yeah, I don't mind multi-role ships. Anaconda's a good multi-role. My Battleconda can actually pull, it can haul a lot of cargo too. My Exploration Anaconda actually has some refueling capability for helping out folks. Repair limpets, refueling limpets. So it's kind of a rat, it's kind of an explorer. Not that I do any ratting, it's kind of a side job. My Fer-de-Lance. My Fer-de-Lance can haul cargo, it can haul passengers, and it can kill the hell out of stuff. Same with my... Well, we all know how much I love my Chieftain, and how that thing is just like... That thing doesn't stop. That's a daily driver. It'll do cargo, it'll do passengers, you know it can do hunting. Well, everything's repaired here. Let's get paid up. Actually, it's kind of like the Keelback was a demonstration model. It was a proof of concept.
Landing couplet is
Gear up.
engaged. You are clear to leave.
Landing gear retracted.
Excuse me, T9, coming through. The chief just moves along mumbling murder, murder, murder. The Bibliophilus. I like the Cobra Mark IV, nice versatility. It is. It's just compared to the Cobra 3, I didn't... Oh, hey, good. I've got transcoding today. Compared to the Cobra 3, the Cobra 4, it makes too many sacrifices. I mean, it's a larger ship. You get one extra small hardpoint. I like... The Cobra 4 is good. Well, if it had been named anything else, too, I think. The Keelback is the Pontiac Aztec. The Pontiac Aztec, well, actually, that's not a bad comparison. The Aztec did have some pretty novel features which didn't quite mesh right. But the Cobra 4, I will say the Cobra 4 is the perfect starting mining vessel. All of the internal compartments work out perfectly for sticking a mining rig in there. It's quite good. Jabberwocky. Python is my favorite ship, does everything well, can still land on outposts. Yep. The Keelback does have a tent. Yes, this is the winter of my discount tent. Alright, Dad, out you go.
Copy that. Going live. Stand by.
But no, in all seriousness, it's also slower and less maneuverable. It's slower and less maneuverable than a Type 6, so for a combat vessel, if you've got a cargo ship that's actually more maneuverable and faster than a combat ship, something's gone a little wrong. Oh, Jabberwocky, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Pull up a seat. Today's the day. Let's listen to me bitch and moan about keelbacks. Attack mode.
Awaiting orders.
Roger that, Commander. Scanning for targets.
Weapons.
Under attack.
They should have at least one military slot for a keelback. That wouldn't be bad. That would actually kind of help things,
Taking
I
heavy
think.
damage, Commander. You may want to help me out. I'm looking at critical damage, Commander. We need to end this now.
I mean, the thrust vectoring nozzles on it look neat, but they don't really do anything.
Trajectory disruption.
And this is a booster turn, and it's still not.
Under attack.
Engines. Weapons.
Target shields online. Taking damage.
Imagine the maneuverability if it didn't have the vectoring nozzles. I don't want to. Split 2-3.
Balancing.
We're just gonna try to get this guy and not worry about the shields until we're done. The fighter out yet?
Copy that. Going live. Stand by.
And then some
Under attack.
chucklehead decided to ram me.
Fighter is now active. Standing by.
Damage.
But I can't outmaneuver this ass scout. He is actually running circles around me.
Target shields offline.
Set 2-3.
Engines favored. Catastrophic failure imminent.
Really?
Atmospheric failure. Scan detected. Cabin pressure
Oh yeah, and it's got the Lakon canopy.
under attack. Cabin pressure alert. Target shield online.
Attack my target.
Engaging.
Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack.
I mean, the chieftain, they actually buffed the canopy. Keelback cabin is so drab. There's no atmosphere to speak of. Yeah, no kidding.
Pressure alert.
Yeah, Rambling Dragon, this can happen. You can have a canopy blowout, and then you are
Target shield
in trouble.
online.
Oh, snap! The monster I sent you to kill is actually a monster
Weapons.
truck! Puns, motherfucker!
I've got a hostile bearing down on me, Commander.
Seriously?
Nasty scars, Commander. Hull's down to 50%.
Alright, fine.
Under attack. Cabin pressure alert.
Set 2-1.
Yes, Commander.
You there, Capacondas, I could use a hand.
Target shield online.
Hey guys, yeah, you guys, I could use a little bit of a... Thank you.
You're welcome, Commander.
You're flying it like you'd fly your chieftain. Right, I should fly it like I'd fly a keelback.
Self-destruct sequence initiated.
Much better.
Exceeded. Warning.
Warning.
Danger critical. Warning. Taking heat damage. Self-destruct in 20 seconds.
Warning.
Attack. Module
Does assistance from other ships reduce your reward? No, it does not.
Seconds. Module malfunction.
Jesus, take the wheel! Your ship has not been destroyed by Barney Curtis. Your ship's been destroyed by Mr. Moo. Yeah, Side Guy, the canopy blowing out also takes out your HUD. But no, let's... Okay, so let's be less smart-assed again. No eject warning. No, this was the auto-destruct. This is... You pushed the button, it's your own responsibility to GTFO. Would have been funny if the self-destruct broke. Shit, nothing works, even in the future! But no, let's go to our... Let's go in here and let's turn this into, you know, some kind of cargo ship. So let's put some cargo racks on board. Kamikaze! Oh, how appropriate. Ahoy! Ray, no, you cannot abort the auto-destruct. Okay, so here we've got a total cargo of 32 tons.
We are being hailed.
Yes, Gret, if you keep harassing me, I will... Let's not do this. I'm really not in the mood for this thing. I'm giving an honest, heartfelt review of this thing. This is the best you are going to get out of me for the Keelback, to be honest. This is me without hyperbole. This is me saying, you know, okay, other than the self-destruct, that was just pure frustration. Let me double check here on my core modules and make sure I've actually got, some hull plating on this thing. Let me at least do the service of that. Core internals. I'm running reactive armor on this thing. I'm running reactive surface composite. So okay, with just cargo bays, the highest shield generator I can get, and the highest shield generator and a fighter bay, which is what it's supposedly there for. I mean, I could get rid of the fighter bay and put more cargo in, but... Okay. That'd give me 64 tons of cargo. What's my shield, what's my hull? 945. And I've only got an armor rating of 45. An ASP Scout has a higher armor rating. ASP Scout has an armor rating of 55. It's... I promised I would engineer a keelback. I didn't promise I would fly it for very long. I mean, Let's take this thing to Calais Port and back. Oh yeah, and I also lost my pilot there, oh well. He's a tad dead now. Nico! Wow, there's 50 miles of bad road. Okay. So, yeah, let's get a mission going over to Kaleri Port, because I gotta go clear a bounty anyway. Would be nice if you could retrieve your pilot from an escape pod. Chabberwocky, I'm pretty sure that... Huh, follow-on mission, neat. I'm pretty sure, actually, that the, basically, the ejection seat, I've just got a great big throne with cats on either side. Huh. I think I do have an Egyptian seat here. The ejection seat, I'm pretty sure, is like a one-shot FSD. That instead of transporting several hundred tons of Starship, just basically sends, you know, 150 kilograms or whatever. 100 kilograms of pilot goes screaming across the black to the nearest station. Where your unconscious ass then gets recovered. Kaleri Port. I'll accept it. But no, here's the thing. I can't even... There's not even any good cargo transport missions on this thing. I mean, there's... Nominally, we are in a place that has a whole lot of cargo missions. Just buy gold and haul it there. Varad, you lose your pilot when the ship blows up? Yes, if you have an active pilot in the ship, they die when the ship gets blown up. Gret, just buy gold and haul it there. You know what? Why not? Let's see what happens. Let's get crazy and see what happens. Pretty sure I know what's going to happen, but maybe my reputation precedes me. Chrono, what are escape pods? Escape pods are dedicated escape craft for passengers, and the larger ships have them. Megaships have them. I guess, yeah, escape pods are a thing that we don't really need, or something. Yeah, screaming past Sag A to last starport. So it kind of... The ejection seat, the FSD ejection system, kind of reminds me of the transporter from Galaxy Quest. Well, to be fair, Commander Varad, they do have a fighter. They didn't want to die, they shouldn't have signed up. Somebody did ask, I mean, how long did I fly for United? Look, we're a budget airline here, buddy. Gear up.
Gear up.
Complete. Restrict speed until clear of the station perimeter.
Oh, look, there's Gret in his majestic space whale. You know, I don't see Gret flying around in a keelback too terribly much. I think I got suckered. What's the canopy view like? Lakon? It's a greenhouse with a bullet magnet built into it. Only if they're in the fight. No, well, no, it'll kill them if they are... Well, actually, the only reason you would have spare crew on board is for a fighter. But yeah, AI crew only dies if they are actually assigned to the ship. Yeah, Lakon decided to spring for the really armored glass on the Chieftain. And also the really good shields. And engines.
Are at an acceptable level.
Weapons, power distributor, shield generator, armor.
Incoming mission critical message.
Lakon went all out with the Chieftain, and I have high hopes for the Challenger as well. I've come a long way for what's in your hold, don't try to run. Set 1-2.
Adjusting power.
Lucian, hey, how you doing? Also, by the way, I put in a few more new sounds into the sound library. Not many. Still kind of poking around. Oh, the reason I didn't put frag cannons on this ship, I didn't put frags on this one because for frag cannons to really work, you've got to get up close to a target. And the keelback doesn't have the speed, the acceleration, it just doesn't have the engines to get up close to a target and stay close. So if you load this thing up with frags, honestly, it's just going to kind of plink off a couple of pellets and the rest are going to go flying off into the great beyond and not do a thing to help your situation out. Yeah, or it'll hit a friendly. I mean, with the Chieftain, yes, I've hit a friendly. Actually, I've only hit a friendly twice with it, and I've used it quite a bit. Because most of the time, I'm face-hugging the other target. That, you know...
Target the nearest hostile.
Awaiting further instructions.
Move for fight deploy. Sit tight, Commander.
Attack my target.
Weapons free.
Affirmative. I see the target, Commander. Moving to attack position.
Weapons. Really? You stuck a shield cell bank on an Eagle?
Target shields
Split 2-3.
Stabilizing.
Hull integrity compromised. Taking damage. Friendship jump detected.
Let's take them out before they jump away, Commander.
Balance.
Target shields online.
I can't joust with this thing. He's gonna win. Shields.
Under attack.
Weapons.
Can't see any more hostile craft on my scanners, Commander.
Recall the fighter.
Prepping the ship for fighter retrieval, Commander.
Receiving telemetry. Crew, return at once. Door opening.
Yeah, that is a good way to upset a combat zone, just take an all-frag... Well, actually, no, I've taken an all-frag build into a combat zone, and I've done fairly well with it, to be honest. Well, didn't lose the fighter, didn't take any damage to the ship. I'll take that. Trigger, anyone know a good place to learn about engineering? Total Nod, hello! Not to blow my own horn here or anything, I do have a set of videos up on YouTube learning about engineers. Well, I guess it is kind of self-promotion, but it's supposed to be. Yeah, so you want to know about engineers, or know about the engineers. Gives a basic rundown on it. Also, Inara. Let me load up the Inara link let me load up the Inara link once I get into safe territory here. I just want to know how to get the Federal Corvette without losing my sanity in the process. Actually, that's part of the price. You gotta turn in a little bit of your sanity, and, yeah. Yep. Basically, you become a hinge head. They put a hinge into your head and scoop out part of your brain. And then if you're really, really good, they put some of it back. If the shields can keep out bullets and lasers, why can't they keep in air? Well, different kind of shield, I think. Like, these shields for the station, you know, there is an atmospheric containment field right here. Works very well. Gear down. But it doesn't stop, you know, it doesn't stop bullets or beams worth a damn. Well, that's the price for any of them. The Imperial Cutter, the Federal Corvette. I mean, no, you don't have to grind rank for a T10, but it's slow enough. You wish you didn't have any sanity. Okay, so I am here in the station. That means I can go and load this up. Okay. See here. So, Trigger, here you go, this link. If you click on each engineer, it will show you what you need to get a hold of them. And, you know, like here, if you click on Elvira Martok, you've got the how to discover. That's public knowledge, so you've basically got her semi-unlocked. Oh, thanks, Gret. Sorry. And then you got the meeting requirements, which say you got to attain a maximum distance from your career start location of at least 300 light years. So you got to pick a direction and fly 300 light years. And then you have to unlock her, which is providing 3 units of Soontil relics, which you can pick up at one station. Hardcore. T10 is the game garbage truck. Oh, it does have its purposes. For instance, a T10 is the tankiest ship in the game. Shields? You don't need shields in dealing with Thargoids with a T10. You just need a whole metric ass ton of armor. Alright, so I made 64 grand on that. And let's go talk to the contacts. get this scrubbed from interstellar factors. Huh. Okay. Right. No more scrubbing. It can also ram planets and live. That is true. Best ship I have is the Vulture, which I loaded up for bounty hunting. That's a good ship to use. Gear up.
Gear coming up.
Detachment confirmed. Take care when leaving the station.
What do you think of experimental fighters versus Thargoids? Been trying them with the Federal gunship, but not going well. The AX fighters are good if you have people on board. Can you give me a small loan of 1,000,000 credits? Tell you what, you wing up with me, I'll give you 3.5, real easy. But what do I think of experimental fighters versus Thargoids? The AX fighters are good if you have human pilots on board. Gret's proven that. Gret is very good with the AX fighter. But mostly for anti-Thargoid work, I think the fighters are great for kiting the Thargons.
Hull integrity is
They just aren't doing that much
All
to,
other systems are now at normal levels.
They aren't doing that much to the main interceptors. Computer's like 2 miles away, well, that's a problem. Haven't you ever heard of remoting in? But no, in all seriousness, if somebody is in the area and they need money, I'm perfectly willing to help out. And there's a lot of people on the Narvik crew that run a night shift that, you know, they help folks make money too. Alright, well, at least we know who Mr. Fantastic isn't. Terlock, are we not doing phrasing anymore? But no, I guess the biggest thing, well, not the biggest thing, but one of the biggest things that bothers me about the Keelback is that everybody else looks at something like the Alliance Chieftain, the Alliance Challenger, and goes, oh, there must be some kind of huge drawback to this ship. And then you look at, like, and then you look at the Keelback and you go, working as intended. I think this ship is the drawback. It's just so unfocused.
Plot twist!
Total Nod, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. There we go. Never been good at trading and mining. I'm half decent in dogfighting because of the fact that I spend half my time with dogfighting in World War II planes. War Thunder, I take it? I spent most of my computer gaming life playing X-Wing, TIE Fighter, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, X-Wing Alliance. So I'm used to games where the ships can maneuver in 3 dimensions and, the lasers shoot at about 75 miles per hour. Gear down.
Gear down.
Plot twist!
Grievous Jedi, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Welcome to Narvard. You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. Nice guys, but, you know.
Touchdown confirmed. Docking restraints engaged.
But yeah, total nod. There's a few places, I mean, trading missions, you can even get, you know, mission boards. This counts as trade. X-Wing Alliance was good, but had some really unforgiving missions. Yeah. Fun, but... Oh, thank you, Gret. Yeah, that's true. Not so much villainous as batshit crazy. Come out there and get some help with credits so I can cushion my account from the rebuy. Yeah, you can come on out. Ghost, have you forgotten about Commander Niao? She's just, you know, actually doing real work at the moment. But no, these are trade missions. I mean, you know, you go in, you know, this is just data delivery. They throw a few data crystals into your pocket. And away you go. No problem, Ghost. I'm just being a jerk is all. So let me make some money just to get the buyback on that keelback that blew up.
Incoming mission critical message.
Let's see here. Who sent the heyo? Check. Cisco Boy. What'd you miss? Blew up in a keelback. Also a little bit of, me going over, trying to give a more serious-minded review of the thing. How's planetary landing the keelback? It's pretty bad. Well, the last time we did keelback Thunderdome, Gret was trying to land on Narvart 5 and ended up launchpad McQuacking into the ground. So let's see. Yeah, we're gonna... Oh, this is why I couldn't scrub the bounty. I was in the wrong ship for it. That would do it. That never happened. Oddly enough, I've got proof. Go to the YouTube archive, it's there. Anyway, go to 5881 where I'm still wanted. Can't be worse than planetary landing in a T9. Oop, 1 second. Right. Gear up.
Retracting landing gear.
How about the light fixtures? Oh, they're still impervious. Really, I was just following Gret's advice. Gret said I was flying it wrong. I was flying it like I should be flying a Chieftain, when I needed to fly it like a keelback. Fair enough. I hit the self-destruct. You don't land a T9, you create a den underground. The T9 landing, actually T9s have some... They aren't good at throwing it around very much, that's true. But they are decent at stopping, eventually.
Engaging exit protocols.
Now here's the funny thing. Rambling Dragon, what ship is this now? This is my Chieftain. So I've got a mission to Caleri Port. I've got an assassination mission here, take out a pirate. Now, here's the funny thing about the keelback, and this actually would have made it, you know, at least a little bit more interesting in my mind. Those thrusters, those thrust vectoring nozzles on the side, the main drives. I think, no, maybe they aren't the main drives, but anyway, those things only go 90 degrees to either side. They can go 90 degrees up or 90 degrees down. Now, if you were able to flip those 180 and have those, you know, in addition to helping you stop, that'd be very interesting to me, I think. You view keelbacks like Clarkson views caravans. That is not an inaccurate comparison. Pretty sure you'd slow down Mitterrand Hollow. Boy, that'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? Just break the moon. The tourist location slowed down, went into a stable orbit.
Incoming mission critical message.
And yeah, Ghost, that is an amazing... When you learn that, I learned that with my Asp Explorer. You know, I watched a couple of missiles get fired by that Guardian probe. Or that Guardian Sentinel. I watched them go up and I thought, oh, this is gonna hurt. And suddenly, my ship fires off its point defense systems and just trap shoots those missiles out of the sky. Beautiful. So it's about 800 grand to for the buyback on the keelback. So we're gonna go about 1.2, yeah, something like. What's this guy worth? Jimmy D, you're worth 1.2 million. Ooh, or I can get Lepidolite. You have weapon detailing, makes for pretty fireworks. Ooh, ah. So yeah, this'll be a 50% bonus over, you know, over the rebuy cost on the keelback. So I'm still coming out ahead. Can you sell us sausages after you smash his ship? I don't think people want sausages that are also infused with molten titanium goodness. You see, this ship has the speed to use frag cannons.
See this? This is my boomstick!
Though I guess the sausages would be definitely vacuum sealed. Lock in that flavor. Although killing Jimmy D here, now I should rename the ship Big John. The frags sort of lock you into a certain fighting style. They do, but it's a style I'm good at. I mean, multi-cannons and plasma cannons kind of lock you into a certain fighting style, too. Got most of the credits for Chieftain, been meaning to upgrade. Do you need to have rank with the Federation? Nope, Chieftain is an Alliance vessel. Comet, you earned this.
Oh, snap! The monster I sent you to kill is actually a monster truck! Puns, motherfucker!
Oh, God, all of you. You're terrible. Yes, thank you, Ray. You do need horizons, though. I forgot about that. You do need horizons for the chieftain.
Mission objective detected.
For thousands of years I lay dormant. Who has disturbed my...
Hey, best buddy!
Oh, it's you.
Total Nod, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, put some little cows into the chat for him. So I'm gonna get 1.2 million for a threat level 2 target. That's fair. I'm a fan of this.
Commander, what are your orders?
There's Jimmy D. Bye, Jimmy.
Outstanding.
Oh, the pun. The punishment.
Are you okay in there?
Yeah, I'm fan-tastic. Nothing but gumdrops and ice cream in here.
Oh, really? Can I come in too?
I'm surrounded by idiots.
I thought you were surrounded by gumdrops and ice cream.
That took so long I had to go into my account and figure out if I was a Twitch Prime because when I tried to sub the app with it. Yeah, that's the Twitch app being the Twitch app. And, Ataris, it is not the keelback. It is a Lakon vessel, though. So, we're gonna call it the idealized keelback. No, I ran the keelback for about an hour. Actually, I ran the keelback for an hour. And I gave, all hyperbole aside, I gave an honest, heartfelt, and what I think is a good analysis of the keelback's shortcomings. And its positives. Is there a way to have kill missions like the one you just did, but against only one person? Yes. The ones I get are for multiple targets. Yeah, let me get landed here at Kaleri and show you what it looks like on the mission board. Gret, you know, God hates liars. You know that, right? Hey, Gret.
How much would you want to stand at the wrong end of a shooting gallery?
Is that why you fly an Imperial cutter around everywhere? Asking for a friend. Oh, Gret is nothing but regret. As Lord of the Cosmos, I will absolve Gret. Damn it! Ah, but as Lord of the Chat... Yes, much like dropping STD rates, slow collab. You know, Gret, I was even feeling nice. I changed King Keelback yes back to Gret yes. Let's see here. Ataris, I have a question. What do people do if their favorite ship can actually fulfill a role they want, but the ship they don't like is just that much better? Well, honestly, fly... I would say fly what you like. I mean, okay, what's the difference? You're conflicted over jump ranges, gotcha. I mean, if you're gonna fly a ship that you don't like, then why are you flying that ship? Kentucky Fried Minecraft just joining at work. Miss anything? Punstorm, which I should really be charging for. Let's be honest here. Punstorm and also keelback analysis. Engineered keelback analysis. TLDR, it's one compromise too many. You make a rational point. Am I a rational person? Well, that's a very good question. So, what are the two ships you are conflicted about? That's also a very good question. What is sanity?
Welcome to the station, Commander. Access permitted. Plot route for approach to landing pad 4-1.
Gear down.
Landing modules deployed.
The Optimum will do that in a DBX or an Aspects. Okay, I follow so far.
Attention, Commander. You have not deployed landing gear.
Slight issue with those ships, which is that they are not aesthetic. Gotcha. Okay. I kind of like the Asp Explorer myself, just because it looks a lot like the UD-4 Cheyenne from Aliens. It looks like the dropship from Aliens, seriously. Could it be done in a Clipper? I don't even know if it has the range. Any ship has the range if you have a fuel scoop. But a Clipper can go out there. I know for a fact that somebody made it to Beagle Point in a Type 9. Why can I not? My notoriety is 0. Alright, never mind. Oh, maybe I need to go to Thedidic here. That's normal, it has colors only insects and art students can see. A fully engineered Clipper can get 46 light years? Holy crap. Yeah, someone made it to Beagle Point with no canopy. Yes, it's possible to have the Corvette, the Clipper, the Cutter, and yeah. I am... Let me get to Thedidic here. Yeah, if you look at my stats here... One second. Fully engineered. You do have access to Felicity Farseer. That's 90% of it right there. The rest of it would be like reduced mass on the sensors. But no, let's see here. With the Empire, or with the Federation, I am a Vice Admiral. With the Empire, I am a Duke.
Hailed.
It is like the perfect set of job security. Because if the Federation boots me, well, the Empire's mad that they've just snubbed a Duke. If the Empire does anything to me, the Federation gets pissed off that one of their flag rank officers has just gotten, you know, offended. I've got diplomatic immunity and job security. coming into the station in a big one, so wait a minute. Thanks for the heads up there. Oh yeah, the Mass Manager Experimental. You want Mass Manager for anything that is... Mass Manager for anything grade 5 or Class 5 jump drive or above. You want Deep Charge for anything Class 4 or below. Lights on.
Lights on.
Gear up.
Gear coming up.
Docking coupler disengaged. Depart safely from the station.
Okay, big one is behind me. So I am clear to exit the station. Has anyone found Arrakis? Probably. I think everybody's still looking for Raxxla.
You are now clear of station perimeter. Have a good flight, Commander.
And also, your reputation doesn't drop below. So I'm a Vice Admiral. I can never drop to the next rank down. I can only go to, like... You know, my reputation with the Federation can only drop so far, I think.
Friendship now engaged.
Northema, Federal
Confirming
rank Lieutenant, 94%.
Stand by.
Actually, now you're into the commissioned officers. You don't have that much further to go. Waiting for a Lovecraftian entity to emerge from a black hole. Have you not seen how a Thargoid emerges from hyperspace? Let's see, are engineered modules locked to the ship they are equipped on? No, you can put them into storage. The only thing that does not apply to is armor, since armor is by ship type. Let's see, total nod, gotta go see it. Take care, have a good one. They've got 8 arms. How many more tentacles do you need? Never mind. Do not answer that, please. Please. No. Hull armor bulkheads are locked into the type of ship. So, for instance, if you have a set of heavy-duty military-grade bulkheads that you take off a Chieftain, you cannot take those same bulkheads and put them on board a Cobra. Because the bulkheads are the one thing that are tailored to that type of ship. Thantos07, hey, how you doing? Finnick, hello! Ray, whoa there. Whoa there. What did I do? What did I overspeed this time? Do I really want to know the dark side of the interwebs? Friend, I've stared into the dark side and it stared back. I got distracted when you docked. Did you get to my earlier question? Oh! No, I did not. You're right, I got distracted too. So let's go... Hoyle Estate should have the same thing. So just remind me. Assassination missions. Right. Disappointed in passenger cabins? Oh, why so? No, I don't know what looked back at me, because I couldn't get any light down to that damn abyss. Gear down.
Lowering gear.
Okay, very first thing. Let's go to Interstellar Factors and scrub this bounty. Seriously, I cannot scrub it for some reason. What the hell? I got nothing. Ataris, yeah, that's a Majestic on the right. Okay, so I assume what you're going after are something like this, where it shows 3 ships and a targeting reticle. That's the gang massacre missions. Something like this one, actually. Because with this little orange insignia on the lower left, that's a wing mission. Clean out Union of Wang 3 sentry skimmers, take out 8 sentry skimmers, we give you money. Right, fair enough. If it has the Scales of Justice and a targeting reticle, that is a single target assassination mission. If it's got that trilobe insignia next to the targeting reticle and the scales, that is a wing assassination mission. Ow, Ghost. That's no good. That's no bueno. And hello, Fat Jeff. Sorry about that. Didn't catch you. I was landing and answering questions there. Gret, want to wing up for some assassinations or do a bit of bug hunting? Actually, I promised this yesterday, and then I realized I had to do some, you know, at least some keelback work. But, no, I was gonna do some quick sightseeing. But, Cisco Boy, does that answer the question? So you want, for single target assassinations, you want this symbol. The scales in the targeting site. For multiple targets, you want the 3 ships and the targeting site. And for wing missions, you want the, that triple lobe insignia in the lower. Just bought this on Xbox, waiting for enough to download to start playing on a real slow connection. Good news, most of the time it doesn't require too terribly much connection, unless you're like winged up with people, so mileage may vary. Let's see here. There. But no, Gret, that I would. In fact, I will do that tomorrow. I would love to do some multi-crew and some wingy up tomorrow. Maybe some anti-bug work, we'll see. Because we haven't gotten the latest data from Eagle Eye yet. Gear up.
Landing module retracted.
Hexoff, those rewards are massive. I haven't played for about a year. They did increase them, and there's a reputation thing. Finnick, Cobra 3 it's decent for smaller bounties. I mean, if you aren't like elite rated and you aren't going up against elite rated targets, yeah, a Cobra 3 will work. And Hexoff, yeah, the you haven't played in about a year. There are wing assassinations and wing cargo missions now, which you can. You have 4 people sharing the load, and they all share the same payout. Wing assassinations max out at 3.5 million. And, you know, wing cargo missions, you gotta move like...
protocols for exit.
Move 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 tons of cargo. But you can make 7, 8, 9, 10 million credits off them. Yeah, if you haven't played in a year, they've made some significant changes. For instance, this ship. The game that makes you feel rich at 12 million until you see someone with 600 million. Honestly, after you get the ship you want, after you get the ship you wanted all set up, that money is nothing but rebuy. What's better, Cobra 3 or Cobra 4? Cobra 4 has 1 more small hardpoint, so it has 3 small and 2 medium. It's slower, it's less maneuverable, but it packs a little bit more armor and shields. The Cobra 4 is spectacular for if you want to try mining out, because it is like the perfect setup for a mining rig, for at least a small-time mining rig. The Cobra 3 is better all around. It's much more multi-role than the Cobra 4. My own 2 cents on it, you know, take it as you will. Ray, no, that's no good. Don't ram the sprinklers. Oh, and by the way, disclaimer, I am very opinionated about starships. So, grain of salt, block of salt, bag of salt, wherever applicable. I just try not to be salty, unless it's about a keelback. Your stream is causing other pilots to crash into sprinklers and planets. I know, I should use this power for good. Or maybe, you know, for awesome. Set 2-1.
Routine.
You use these powers for good or for awesome? Gear down.
Gear down and slow. The ship is yours to dock.
Touchdown confirmed.
What's your real name? Travis. And that's all you're gonna get. Well, I guess. It doesn't take a detective, but... BRB going on sneezing spree. It's not sneezing! Glidden, so you're in my neck of the woods? Yeah, Glidden is a good place. That chieftain is maneuverable. How engineered is it? Oh, it's pretty engineered. Everything on it, 90% of the things on it are G5 engineered. Recommended a HOTAS or keyboard mouse? Well, honestly, it's what you feel more comfortable with. I prefer the HOTAS. I fly with a stick, a throttle, and rudder pedals. The Chieftain, the Taurus. This is the general build on it and the degree of engineering. Yeah, Gret plays keyboard and mouse and has been maneuverable enough in a ship-launched fighter to be able to help take down Thargoid interceptors and kite Thargon swarms. So there's no real disadvantage to playing keyboard and mouse. But Cisco Boy, the ship is it's maneuverable, and the amazing thing is this is with a whole lot of armor packs on it, armor and heavy duty armor. The bulkheads are a reactive armor composite, so this thing is basically it's fully tanked up. Ah, there you go. Sorry about that, Crazy, missed that earlier. Terminus, yep, an Anaconda, my Exploraconda actually, the Bifrost. Because yesterday I did promise to go on a little bit of a sightseeing tour around some of the fun stuff in the area. And the Bifrost can pull that off. Let me just modify this slightly. Don't need that. I think we're good at everything else.
We are being hailed.
You're in VR, so it's hard to type in chat. Oh, no problem, Crazy. Cisco Boy, any way to have a closer look at that armor? Yeah, let me, do you want the specifics on it, or just the general numbers on it? Yeah, I can, you picked a good time. We can get switched back to this, you know, because we haven't left the station yet. If you have a T16000M HOTAS, is that the stick or the stick and the throttle? Because that FCS throttle is probably the second best throttle I have ever used, and half the price of the #1 throttle I've ever used. So no, let's get the ship status pulled up here. So here's the armor health, 2942. Armor rating is 65. These things are pretty tough. Thantos, stick and throttle. That throttle is the best throttle I've ever used. If it sticks a little bit, yeah, you got to kind of get some lithium grease in there on the throttle rails, but other than that, this thing has not let me down. Ataris, what's the name of that insane multi-black hole system? Oh, we're going there. HIP 63835. And Cisco, here is a look at the armor and the shield settings. And if you need what the if you need an actual look at the engineered modules, type in !Taurus, and that'll give what the actual module boosts are. This just shows the raw numbers on it. Liela, immersion's great. Keyboard and mouse gives you insane control. I can get some pretty good control out of this. It's really just it really just comes down to what you're trained for. Screenshot. Take a photo.
Capturing image.
And there we go. I will post that up, or ding me on the Discord or something, Cisco Boy, and I can send this set of numbers to you. All right. In the meantime, let's get the Bifrost loaded up. The engineering on this thing is also a little bit beyond manufacturer recommended specifications. A controller player can challenge a HOTAS? Yeah, a controller player, a keyboard and mouse player. Hell, a straight up keyboard player. I mean, if they were a I'm sure their fingers would be going like a virtuoso on a piano. But I imagine that straight up keyboard, mouse, controller... Yeah, I'm not saying HOTAS is better. I'm just saying that HOTAS is what I'm used to and what feels best for me. Anyway, the Bifrost, here's the status on it. 69.68 light-year jump range. 66.39 with a full tank. Galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
This gets us places in a hurry. So, 423 light years. 6 jumps.
We are being hailed.
Only 59.99 on the DBX. Yeah, the DBX is... It's not a bad ship, it's just, it doesn't have all the spaces and specs. The DBX is actually the longest range you can get unengineered. Gear up.
Gear up.
Ray, I kinda have a problem. I looked at the comments, Ray. What's going on? What did you do? And who did you do it to? Alicors 07. Oh, right. I have 0 engine capacitor boost in this thing. The local Capaconda ate a salvo from my cannons. Tuck in the guns and run. Keep on running, don't look back. Take those guns, sell them, bury them with a shovel, and then bury the shovel. Short of that, you could go to someplace like HIP 5881, go to Calais Port, and try to scrub off the bounty. Interstellar factors at Calais Port. They take large ships. How far into the stream are you? I'd like to rewatch this section on YouTube. I am an hour 39 into it.
Leaving system.
And that's accounting for like the 4 or 5 minute buffer at the start of the episode.
Exiting now.
Oh yeah, no problem, no problem. White dwarf star. Lovely. Now we get to work with this pile of hate.
Course adjustment. Jumping to next system.
Alicors. So Alicors, what do you got?
All systems check out. No unusual activity.
If you're asking about the keelback, I did it for the first hour. Then Grit told me I wasn't flying it right. So I decided to fly it right.
Boost activated.
Warfrog. High keelback? No. No problem. Yeah, actually I changed to the Chieftain. Did a quick mission to take care of the rebuy on the keelback. Jump range at the moment is 101 light years. Oh, I love this ship.
Jumping to next system. Friendship drive now engaged. No anomalies detected.
Yeah, and then the canopy just kind of fell off.
Hyperspace, checking systems
because
now.
This is
complete.
The budget Lakon combat ship. This was designed when Lakon was reading the big abridged book of Starship design. Oh boy. Yeah, we don't want to get anywhere near that. Galaxy map.
Displaying map.
We got lucky on the last one. We're gonna reposition our course here. We got lucky in that last white dwarf star boost.
Jumping to next system. Frameshift now engaged. No anomalies detected.
You've been pissing off the stars?
Exit destination
No,
confirmed.
no, the
Arrival
problem
in
is my
5,
ship
4,
loves jump
3,
boosts.
2, 1.
Unfortunately, it doesn't differentiate between neutron stars, which are great, and white dwarf stars, which are piles of hydrogen, degenerate protonic matter, and hatred. Sorry, no hydrogen, carbon. Keelback is 86.
Course adjustment. Confirming exit point telemetry. Stand by.
Ghost Tracker, wonder why the Guardians have presences on planets that orbit L-class brown dwarfs. Yeah, the theory is that those are just basically giant server farms. Guardian worlds are usually much, much better. Don't piss off the local Capaconda. No, he
Vectors.
he has bigger guns than 99% of the people out there.
Maximum velocity engaged. Engaging exit protocols.
Wouldn't that be Forrest Jump, Kamikaze? Saigai, cooler planets mean better cooling, thus better performance. But these are all airless worlds. So they've got to have massive radiators. So here's HIP 63835. Once we get clear of the glare from the local star, you can see how this thing shows up as a fuzzy dot even at 11 light years. Ghost, true, atmospheres can strip over time, but really dealing with a brown dwarf star with an L class. Why would that be? I mean, the L class isn't pumping out as much. It isn't pumping out as much solar wind as a more energetic star. It's basically a gas giant with delusions of adequacy. So you wouldn't think it'd be putting out as much energy to strip off the atmosphere of a planet, especially in 1 million years. Anyway, here's 63835, and you can see it's like a little micronebula. This bright spot in the sky.
Leaving system.
And if you haven't been here before,
now engaged. No anomalies detected.
I recommend sunglasses within the next 5 seconds.
Exiting now.
So here's HIP 63835A. Let's go have a look at 63835B. Unless something else stripped off the atmosphere. That's true. They did go to war with, with their own... Well, they didn't go to war. Their AI went to war against them and didn't bother to tell them. So here you can see a little bit of interesting effect. Let's go check out 63835C and D. Those are easier to deal with. Okay, so you've been meaning to ask you about White Dwarf Star Boost. Tried it once on a Cobra 3 and I only got 20 light years. Okay, so White Dwarf Star Boosts only boost your jump drive by 50%. So if you have a... Well, if you have a 10 light year jump drive, you'll only get an extra 5 light years out of it. Now, neutron stars, those give a quadruple boost. So if you have a 10 light year jump drive in that, now you've got a 40 light year jump drive. So really, if you just want to improve the jump range, you gotta improve the base drive. And here, as you take a look as we approach 63835 C and D, you may notice things are kind of looking a little screwy. C and D are binary black holes. B is a black hole as well. So what you have in this star system are binary stars with triple black holes. And you can see the way the the galactic disk there is distorting from the gravity lensing. But for any new or wannabe explorers, yeah, Ray, we're going in. For any new or wannabe explorers out there, let me show you how much danger you usually run into from a black hole. No problem, Gret. We are going to boop the snoot of a black hole. $10,000 kilometers and closing. $38 clicks out. And bonk, we just hit the body exclusion zone. This is as close as we can get to it. So yeah, for any budding explorers out there, the biggest thing you have to worry about is heat. If you don't have a cool running ship, a black hole can overheat you. Otherwise, though, we're just bouncing right off the body exclusion zone. The theory I've got is that it's because your frameshift drive also bends time and space like a black hole does. Except, honestly, it does a much better job of it because this thing can throw you out at faster than light speeds. Total nod. No, I'm in an anaconda. I am in a jumpaconda. The ship's computer won't let you go through. Basically, it is limits of the game engine. I mean, I am 38 kilometers from the center of basically a planetary or a stellar body. And the game just won't let you get any closer. If that's the case, wouldn't the occupants experience time dilation? No more than the occupants would if they were moving at faster than light speed in supercruise. Again, the FSD provides a bubble of compressed space-time. At least that's my theory, and I am sticking to it. Okay, as we exit the exit the black holes region, you're going to see some really weird effects as space bounces back to normal. Alright, and we're good. Thantos, acting like how two North or South Pole magnets try and touch each other. That's also somewhat accurate. That could work as an analogy. Basically, you've got two compressed bubbles of space-time trying to exist, and they're like, nope. System map.
System cartography.
So here's why this star system is so crazy. Oh no, total nod. Oh no. So here's the A star. Here's the B star. Here's C and D. And again, this one is a... let's look. This one's a K-class, K-class, K-class. This one's G-class. This is our sun, basically. Almost the exact same size. This is an A-class star, 1.8 and 1. You know, roughly double the mass of the sun. And yeah, this quote-unquote planet star has a moon that's another star, and that moon has two other moons. Galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
Let's go find something bigger. $1,700 light years. 28 jumps, that's not bad at all. How many black holes are in this system? 3 of them. Thantos, there is a, it's a binary system with triple black holes. Stars, get your stars here, we got stars here! You want hydrogen? We got hydrogen! You want other stuff? We got hydrogen! Wouldn't it be great if a moon turned out to be a hibernating Thargoid?
Engaging exit protocol.
In that case, I would recommend a very good jump drive and a sturdy set of running shoes. Want to see my hydrogen? Wait a minute, that's not hydrogen, that's just helium isotopes! I know what I'm looking at, buddy. Oh yeah. Had a data delivery mission over there. Oh well. Three black holes and I think... well, let's see here. 10 or 11 stars in there.
Hull integrity is
because that
within
last G-class
all other
was
systems are at
ABCD
normal
10.
levels.
And then there's C and D for, you know, another few.
We are being hailed.
I've got mail. It's not spam. Wait, yes it is. Time bonus failed. Wah wah. System map.
Displaying map. Leaving system. Friendship now engaged. Engaging exit protocols.
You know, here I was trying to do some astronavigation. Suddenly I see there's a Did I ever get a sad trombone bite? No, I did not. That's why I went womp womp. Because I am lazy. System map. But no, I look over at my chat. I'm just trying to do some basic astronavigation, and what do I find when I glance over but a conversation about pants? In stellar cartography, under what class would neutron stars be listed as? They would be listed as... let's see here. Star class. Non-sequence stars.
Vectors.
Game writes me, unable to load route when I'm trying to go to any system. Okay.
Scanning for anomalies.
Alright. This is what, show them the black holes in the Throep sector. Will do, Gret. Just a second here. Finnick. There is... Okay, unable to load route. What is the system you are trying to fly to? Because it's possible, if you're just getting going, how good is your jump drive? Because I was demonstrating yesterday, I had a 7 light-year jump drive, and it was going to take me on a 15 jump trip to get to a star 16 light-years away. And then I upgraded my jump drive to something like a 8 light-year jump, and that dropped it down to 2 light-years. System map.
System cartography.
What are you? You are a water world. At least I'm pretty sure that's a water world. Trying to go to a system I visited recently. Do you have enough fuel? Or do you have a load of cargo that's reducing your jump range? Terralot, gotta go to work. Catch you in the Discord later. Sounds good. Catch you later. If you have a load of cargo, that reduces your jump range. I don't know if that has any kind of influence here. Unfortunately, I can't see your screen, so that's, you know, I'm just kind of stabbing in the dark. System map.
System cartography.
Alright, what do we got for specs here? 1.21 G, 310 Kelvin on the surface, and 740 atmospheric pressure. The volcanism is iron magma. Damn. Here on Earth, the volcanism is silicon magma. Or silicate. 96% nitrogen, 3.2 argon. You hit this thing with an electric arc, the atmosphere is going to light up like a giant neon lamp. It'd have to be a pretty big arc, but, you know. Also interesting that it is tidally locked. Well, it's only 190 light seconds from the star. Resume course.
Locking next star system.
Jump.
Jumping.
Speaking of Discord, is there a time or day that you're usually on there? Usually I'm on a lot of the time. You know, just if real life gets in the way, or if I'm, you know, kind of watching something, or... Happens when you're staying docked.
Scanning for anomalies. None
Not
detected.
sure what to make of that. But no, Cisco Boy, usually I'm on fairly regularly on the Discord. Happens when you're staying docked. Okay, that's... You put some passengers in cabins and then it happened. Okay, so the cabins would be taking up weight, the passengers wouldn't. Could you try undocking and just, like, flying to another star system and then trying to plot the... Yeah, I'll let,
Adjusting for jump.
check with chat. They'll try to get you sorted out there.
Key systems are at optimal levels. Readying for exit now.
Oh, Ghost. System map.
System cartography.
Not too terribly exciting here, is it?
Key systems are at optimum levels, readying for exit.
Oh, thank you, Gret. Yeah. Friendly reminder that our Discord server isn't a private or a sub-only channel. It's pretty much a community for anybody, even whether you remember the Errantry Alliance or not. Total Nod, quick question. During my years of bounty hunting, all of both weeks, when I scan ships, I get data. What can I do with that data? Yeah, that data can be used for engineering. RIP, don't have Horizons. Well, you can still save that data for if you get it later. Really, it's probably a good idea to get Horizons because that everything seems to be going to be tied to Horizons from here on out.
Exiting now.
Ghost and I were having a discussion on that the other day on the server. Finnick, you're in a Type 6, but, your jump range, if you go over here to this menu, and you look up your ship functions, what is your jump range there? And did you just put the passenger modules on board as well, not just the passengers?
Friendship drive now engaged. No anomalies detected. Confirming exit point telemetry. Stand by. Warning.
Oh, we may have a slight issue here. Yeah, thanks, Ray. I was, checking out. 13.6, alright. System map.
Displaying map.
Well, isn't this just a great big pile of ice, gas, and disappointment? T-class brown dwarf. Galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
Okay, so here is where we have to redirect. For any commanders, anybody new to the game, you notice my fuel status here is a wee bit low. And there are no fuel stars mentioned on this route. This solid line means I can make the jump. This dotted line, this means I can't make the jump. So what we got to do here is go into our map. Select all these stars, O, B, A, F, G, K, and M. Apply filter to route, and this will jump us through stars that we can scoop fuel from. Finnick, you've changed all your optional modules to cabins. Cabins add weight. Passengers don't add weight, but the cabins do. So you've dropped your jump range down. So you can no longer jump.
Maximum velocity. Engaging exit protocol.
Total nod, gotta go, see ya. Alright, take care.
Warning.
Yep, O, B, A, F, G, K, and M class stars are all main sequence stars where fusion is taking place. Hydrogen fusion. Stars further down the line. Stars further down the line, they are either stars that are on their way out the door, they're expiring. They aren't burning, they aren't fusing hydrogen anymore. They're running helium, oxygen, carbon. If you see a star and it's starting to fuse iron, run. Run away very fast. Because that star's core is about to ricochet off itself. And in fact, you no longer have a star. You have a very large grenade, and somebody just pulled the pin.
Interstellar travel mode engaged. Exiting now.
Is there a lore explanation about how protons or whatever you're scooping is used by the FSD? As far as I know, it's just straight up hydrogen that you're scooping up. It's hydrogen fuel. Yeah, so basically you're just scooping up hydrogen to power the ship's fusion plant. Now, when you scoop off of a neutron star, or off of a white dwarf, in that case, when you're scooping out of the jet cone,
adjusting for jump.
Basically, you're exposing. You know, when you open up the the fuel scoop, that is basically a direct line into your power plant or a direct line into your hyperdrive. At least this is the way it works in my head, and it sounds good, so we're going with this. Also, quick note. We are 2 light seconds away from this star, 2.76. This is important. Anyway, when you open up the fuel scoop, you're basically opening up a direct line to the fusion reactor or to the hyperdrive, I think. So when you go into a neutron star, or a jet cone off a white dwarf star, basically you are opening up the innards of your ship and exposing it to a very energetic particle accelerator. And you're getting all kinds of fun particle physics happening inside your ship, which allows for the supercharged jump. Resume course.
Locking next star system.
Which is also why it actually damages your jump drive when you make a neutron or a white dwarf boost.
Vectors.
Project Why Not? Is that how those supercharged jumps work?
Are at optimal levels.
Yeah,
Ready
if you have
for exit now.
Thank you, Alex. If you have a fuel scoop and you go through the jet cone of a white dwarf or a neutron star, you're either going to get a 50% or a 400% jump boost. Oh, wait, no, it'd be a 50% or a 300%. Percentages and multipliers don't exactly work the same way. Shindinder. I keep wanting to say Shindindler, and that's not right. Shindinder, yes, you did miss the keelback. I flew that thing for an hour. So you must have a fuel scoop to supercharge? Yes. Yeah, you have to have a fuel scoop. I flew it for an hour. If you go back through the early stuff, you can also see why, yeah, you can see the first hour of the programming, you can hear my thoughts on it and just watch.
Exiting now.
Anyway. Yeah, just be careful, why not? Because, well, I've got a video, so it's called So You Want to Use the Neutron Highway. There's a specific way to do it. Like, you don't want to enter into the jet cone facing the star. You will then die. Because it's very hard to get out of the jet cone. You basically have to wait for it to kick you out of range. Moo finally converted to a keelback. No, I just learned how to properly fly it, and if you want to see how that works... yes, well, me dying isn't on YouTube. Well, it's in a few stream archives, but...
Leaving system.
Yeah, I do have a video called So You Want to Use the Neutron Highway.
Friendship now engaged.
And that is on YouTube. I've got a whole playlist.
Safety protocols for exit.
A whole playlist called Elite Dangerous So You Want To. How does this game compare to Eve? More first-person stuff. More first-person stuff, and less... Everybody makes jokes about Eve in the spreadsheets, but there is a lot less paperwork to be taken care of. "12 jumps to VY Canis. Not bad. It's probably one of these stars you can see here. Finnick, my map doesn't show me where to jump. Okay. Alright, there may be a thing on that. Did you... When you switched into the map, did you switch map modes? Let me get the scan here. An issue of loading a route. Okay. Yeah, you either don't have the range. I mean, if... So, it won't actually let you jump to a place if you've changed the weight on your ship to below a certain... If you change the mass on your ship and your jump range drops below a certain threshold, you can't reach there anymore. And it says, it sounds like you added in passenger compartments. Those take up weight. Those will drop your range. Fat Jeff, how is the mining? The mining is good. The mining reminds me a lot of fishing.
Interstellar travel mode?
I say that a lot, but you equip a mining laser, you equip some a prospector limpet, some collector limpets. Pointed a rock, which looks interesting, and they're going to be changing the mining in a relatively soon update. The quarter 4 of the year, they're going to be changing mining around, so you blast open rocks. But basically, you pointed a rock, you fire a limpet at it to see what it's made of. You blast away at it with the mining laser, and then a bunch of little remote control robots go out, scoop up the chunks, and bring them back to your ship to an onboard refinery, if you have all those modules equipped. System map.
System cartography.
possible chocolate chip here. System map.
System cartography.
This one is a possible chocolate chip. 2,000 light seconds out. Yeah, or, well, it used to be before they had the collector limpet robots, you know, the collector drones. You would have to manually scoop every single piece. And that was about as much fun as holistic dentistry. How do you feel about federal dropships? Those things don't have a 4-head, they have a 5-head. Oh, gas giant, water-based life. Chocolate chip cookie theory keeps winning. Federal dropships, they are good transports. Very good pirate ships. Hull tanks, not very good with shields. But other than that, I'm not a huge fan of their jump range. System map.
System map.
Another nice thing with exploration, like this moon, or this planet here, it's totally unexplored. This one, unexplored. So when I go back and turn in my data, my name gets on the map here for everybody else to see. Like Richter, first discovered by Richter. Shindinder, what about federal assault ships? Federal assault ships are faster, more maneuverable, pack slightly less weaponry, actually. Excuse me, bit of a hiccup. Resume course.
System destination locked.
Federal assault ships they're like flying battering rams. Actually, they kind of feel like vultures. Slightly less maneuverable, but an additional 2 medium hardpoints on top of the 2 largest.
Course adjustment.
I changed some optional modules, said I can't do that. The mass of the ship is too big.
Full integrity is within.
Yeah, you'll need to
all
boost
other
your
systems are at
thrusters.
normal levels.
Finnick, your thrusters are not big enough to handle the additional mass of those modules. So you're going to want to upgrade those. Is it possible to find gas giant side, water, Earth-like, metal-rich planets? Oh, gas giant sized? I've seen water giants. They do exist. They're scary, but they exist. I've not seen any gas giant-sized Earth-likes or metal-rich. Well, wait, no, I tell a lie there. Federal assault ship versus Chieftain. Which wins in overall versatility? Chieftain. The Chieftain has a much better jump range, and I believe you can get it going faster. And it's got better shields on top of... Slightly less tanky hull, significantly better shields. Galaxy map.
Displaying map.
Okay, gas giant size. Actually, let's check... Let's check the Achenar system. I want to see how big Achenar 3 is. Achenar 3. Okay, this is 41 Earth masses. Let's see here. Diameter. Radius. 15, nearly 16,000 kilometers. And nearly 7 Gs. Okay, 16,000 kilometers. Let's go to the Sol system. Alright, Sol system. Diameter on Jupiter. Probably nowhere near. Let's see here. Diameter on Jupiter is... Yeah, 70... Or, well, the radius... Sorry. 71,000 kilometers. So, the other radius was 17,000. This is 71. What about... we're getting close into Neptunian size. So Achenar 3 is just 3/4 the diameter of Neptune. What ship should I try to get after starting out, looking to do some mining and trading? I would suggest the Cobra Mark III. The Cobra 3 is versatile enough that you can equip it with some mining equipment. Since you just got the game, you don't have access to the Cobra 4. That was a limited time thing. But the Cobra 3, the hauler is nice, but the Cobra 3 is... It's not that much more expensive, and it's... Yeah. Not that much more expensive, however, much, much more capable. But no, just getting going, Cobra 3. That'll serve you for a long-ass time.
Temperatures are at an acceptable level.
Okay, this star, we've jumped in, and what's our distance? 2.48 light seconds, alright. System map.
System cartography.
Rocks, ice, rocky ice, icy rocks. Bread, eggs, breaded eggs. Resume course.
Selecting next system en route.
And we're getting close. 8 jumps out. In fact, that is probably it. That could very well be it right there. Well, or that one. Guess we'll find out. So yeah, for those just tuning in, we're taking a little trip to VY Canis Majoris.
Leaving system. Frameshift now engaged. Exiting now.
I don't even know that... I know I'm butting into the conversation here, but, you know, streamer's prerogative. I don't know that there really is a thing that you could call mid-game, end-game. I mean, yes, there's a starting game, but, I mean, I've got over 500 million credits. I've got, you know, and I'm actually not... There's a lot of people with a whole lot more money than I have. But I've got something like 23, 24 ships in storage in various states of upgrade. And I don't feel like I'm really in the end game, or that there is an end game. I mean, I still fly the Cobra, occasionally. I fly the Python quite a bit. If I need something very, very small and very fast to move some cargo that maybe somebody doesn't want me moving, I'll take the Cobra. If I need to move a lot of cargo that nobody wants me moving, I'll take the Python. And if I'm moving cargo that somebody's sending that's legitimate cargo, but somebody else still wants me dead for...
We are being hailed.
Well... Huh. That's when I take something with just a little bit more guns and a little less stealth.
Maximum velocity engaged. Scanning for anomalies. None detected.
Yeah, the big trick of the game, in my opinion. What did I see here? End game is when you're so bored you can't get yourself to log in. Fair. The big secret to avoiding that, though, is just spread yourself around. I've got, you know, right now I've just decided, hey, you know, I'm tired of flying a keelback. I'm tired of doing some engineering on it. It's mostly engineered up anyway. You know, I didn't want to do any big bounty hunting missions, so I figured, hey, let's fly out and just take a look in this system. Where I found this water world. Yeah, sort of the same as Eve. There's no real endgame. Mando, what up? Not too much. Just taking a trip to the biggest star in the game. And also found a handy-dandy water world right here. Somebody's already discovered it, but this is still going to be good money. Yeah, casually jumping 1,000 light years. Also, there is a, oh, somebody was asking, and I forget who, and I feel bad about that. Yesterday, somebody was asking, what can you do in Elite? Because it feels like I'm getting kind of told what to do. Let me load up here, third-party tools. Pretty sure I had a picture of this. The profession chart. Let's see, where are the pinned messages? Here we go. Transport costs. Where did I pin that? Gret, do you know where that got pinned? The chart of jobs? I think the question for that person is, what do you want to do in Elite? Oh. Well, in that case, just, you know, fly around. Am I icing up? No. No, I'm running pretty... I've got everything turned on. But no, I'm not icing up. System map.
System map.
What do I want to do? Anything I want, really. Oh yeah, I've got this ship engineered to run very cold. Pristine reserves. Let's see, obviously. 0.9 G, not bad. Surface temperature 250 Kelvin. That's a little chilly, but workable. 1.3 atmospheres at the surface. 78 nitrogen, 12% CO2, 8.8 oxygen. You know, a little bit of work, and that could actually be a habitable world. Fat Jeff, any player-made bases in-game? No, not yet. Though we are going to get access to player megaships. Carriers. Oh, I mean the question asked the person felt like would there be... Oh, okay, I get you there, Thantos. Yeah, but if you're just starting out, then... Yeah, I can see where that would be a good question. I can see where that'd be a good question. Resume course?
Selecting next system en route.
But no, the biggest problem for this game, I mean, not just that the learning curve is more like a learning wall, and that discourages a lot of folks, but that it's so big and there's no real set direction. And that is one of its biggest strengths, and also one of its major weaknesses. People just kind of come in and go, they look at this great big galaxy and go, oh, holy crap, what do I do now?
Now engaged.
Gret, don't think it got pinned. Wait a minute, I wonder if I put it in the media
Engaging
channel.
exit protocols.
Nope, didn't get pinned there. Alright, well, I'll find that chart now.
But I'm fucking disorganized as shit and was busy suplexing a shark wearing a bolo tie when I should have been setting up sponsors. You may ask, who was wearing the bolo tie? You or the shark? Answer, yes.
Answer, yes, that's right. Yeah, I am Thank you, Mando. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm pretty disorganized. Okay, so we drop down at this star at 1.8 light seconds. Cazador, information channel. Oh, thank you. Resume course.
Locking system destination.
Very top. Aha! There we go. Here we go. This is a chart of professions you can do in Elite. Some of them, most of them are in-game, some of them are not in-game, but related to. Some of them are a little bit of a stretch, to be generous. But for the most part, it's a pretty accurate representation. On the wiki it says payout for Waterworld's terraformable. is 32,000 to 78,000 credits. I've just heard from very, very experienced players it's like a couple $100,000. I'm dead confused.
Engaging exit protocol.
Shindinder, the problem is the wiki does not get updated as often, and exploration is kind of a neglected, at the moment, kind of neglected child of the game. They buffed exploration payouts not too long ago. How long will it take to go from the Milky Way to Andromeda with FSD? Andromeda is what, 4 million light years away? So the top speed of an FSD in Super Cruise is 2001 times the speed of light. Distance to Andromeda. 2.5 million light years. So take 2.5 million, divide by 2001. And we get 1,249 years. I failed calculus twice. Don't look at me for math. Ghost Tracker, link permit. Sure thing.
Exiting now.
Yeah, only 2,000 years. Mando, okay, you want a link too? Okay. There you go. This was what? 3.3 light seconds. Resume course.
Selecting next system en route.
Oop. Oddball. There we go, oddball. Oh, just letting you know Ghost had a clean link. Oh, gotcha. See, here I am trying to manage chat, read the other chat, and fly a ship. I get a little... Just noticed Elite Track. That's cool. How do you make it work? That is tied into my Twitch, actually. And actually, I should probably switch that over from combat mode to exploration mode. There we go.
I probably should have set you up with the sponsor beforehand, but I'm fucking disorganized as shit. And was busy suplexing a shark wearing a bolo tie when I should have been setting up sponsors. You may ask, who was wearing the bolo tie? You or the shark?
Sorry,
Answer,
Gret.
yes.
Answer, yes. So yeah, Elite Track is now set over to exploration mode. You should see it when I complete my jump here. But there's also a words.
Exit destination confirmed. Arrival in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
EDMC, Elite Dangerous Market Connector, which you can look at and will give you a bunch of supplementary data. Also, I use a program called ED Discovery, which lets me look at various things. System map.
System cartography.
Resume course.
Locking next star system.
So yeah, let me know if Elite Track is actually showing the proper values for exploration now. That should be on the middle of the right sidebar. No time for play. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the show. Pull up a seat. Latest version of ED Discovery has Inara support. Oh, nice. Alright, I have to double check on that. You gotta do some crazy mistakes to crash your ship in Super Cruise. Look, don't judge me, buddy.
Hull integrity is within limits. All other systems are now at normal levels.
It doesn't always have to be some crazy mistake. Sometimes it can just be losing track of your cursor and realizing, oh, Elite wasn't the active window. Blood Drunk, I use EDSM with the HabZone plugin. Likewise. Okay, here we go. VY Canis Majoris. And the awkward Aardvark, thank you so much for the follow, love the name. Pull up a seat and make yourself comfortable. Kamikaze, bedtime, thank you. Have a good night, take care. So take a look at this. VY Canis Majoris is 59.5 light years away. And look at the... it's actually glowing. I can see glow from here. Fat Jeff, I bet I can crash more than anyone here. Look, buddy, I am a graduate with honors from the Launchpad McQuack School of Flight and Landing. Okay, stand by. We are jumping to VY Canis, biggest star in the game as far as we know.
Exiting now.
So, how far are we? Anybody want to take a guess?
His gimmick is that he really likes fire!
We are nearly, we are 6,000 light seconds away from the star right now. That's a hell of a distance. 6,000 light seconds. Somebody let me know, isn't that outside of Jupiter's orbit? Hell, isn't that outside of Saturn's orbit? Noticing the thing going between the Guardian sites, either 0.35 G or 0.15 G. They don't seem to differ. Low metal content, rocky worlds. Quite flat, not much differentiation. Ghost Tracker, could that be indicating they wanted to set up their servers, their data repositories on worlds that aren't terribly geologically active? Alik, love watching this. Love watching this so I can see how bad I really am. You should have seen yesterday. I managed to crash a Sidewinder into a planetary surface from 0 speed. Let's get scooped here. I think VY is inside Jupiter's orbit, but close. Where's the clap soundbite? I don't have one. Let's put one of those in. 6,000 light seconds. Okay. Yeah. So it's actually beyond Saturn's orbit. I am scooping from the star. I am fuel scooping at 4,600 light seconds. Good Lord, that thing is a beast. System map.
System cartography.
Oh, and we got one brown dwarf star over here. Okay. VY Canis Majoris, red supergiant, 850 million years old, 17 solar masses, and 1,400 solar radii. Still on the fact that it says supergiant? Oh yeah, VY Canis, Betelgeuse. Those are both supergiants. Now we should see how far we are from this little guy. little brother here. 17,000 light seconds. It is actually on the other side of the star. It is ejecting mass into, you know, at this range. I could fly through this prominence. In fact, I'm going to fly through this prominence. Do they make this game's map outside of the game? Kinda. If you go to EDSM.net, you can get a, I believe you can get a downloadable poster of the galaxy map. Why would they have urns at data sites? It could be part data repository, it could be part, I don't know, Valley of the Kings? Something like that. Cisco Boy, but not in 3D. No, they've got 3D maps of the, they've got 3D maps too. Yeah, let me load that up. EDSM should have a 3D... Load this up real quick. Galactic mapping, galactic map. Here, try this, Cisco. You can have, you ought to be able to flip that around. If you can't, I know there's other places where you can. CMB 511. Let's see here. No time for play. Well, step one, let me see if I can find it on the actual galaxy map. Nope, okay. Next step would be... checking out on Google. Canon Research Group, okay. So if you go to Canon Science, here we go. Here's a link to Canon. Current system is GD175. Let's check that out and see if that's accurate. They're on lockdown. Interesting. But I've got a system map, and it looks like... Okay, I'm not seeing the ship there. I'm seeing a white dwarf star, though. Let's see here. Antimatter Warlock just found out the biggest star in the universe could have a black hole inside of it. What? That one surprises me. Let's see here. Notice well, the Thargoids did not wipe out the Guardians, they just vanished. Yeah, Ghost Tracker, the Thargoids didn't wipe out the Guardians' technology wiped out the Guardians. They had a bunch of very smart weapons. Very, very smart weapons. That the Guardians had imprinted on their desire to protect the environment, to try to keep nature in balance. And unfortunately, when the Guardians went into a civil war and started bombarding each other back to the Stone Age, the Guardians' own weapon systems took a look around and said, no, this can't spill out. Yeah, the Guardians won their war against the Thargoids. They lost the war against their own machines. The Guardians' weapon systems just said, no, this can't spill over into the local space. This needs to end. And so their machines basically performed a whole lot of surgical strikes and wiped them out. DK David, those moving megaships don't show up on the system map. They do. Let me see. Because Midorand Hollow was there on the system map. Let's see. Epsilon Indy. Couldn't remember if it's Epsilon Indy or Ada Eridani. Yeah, the Knossos is showing up here. That's Cannon's mobile megaship. And that's showing up as on the system map.
Closing map.
Rescue ships do, not the cargo ships or science vessels. The Knossos isn't a rescue ship though. It's a research vessel. Cisco Boy, Greenpeace T-1000s, not so much. They were doing exactly what they were programmed to. Galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
Rambling Dragon, thanks for the entertaining stream. Be on later if any of the Xbox peeps want to join up. Take care. Have a good one. Your hip. 38064. Oh, we got to backtrack a little ways, but that's not too bad. Oh, holy crap, we're out beyond Barnard's Loop. Okay, so yeah, we got to go back that way anyway to get to the bubble. (13,000 light seconds away, and it is still that big in the sky.
Hyperspace.
Be
Checking
big.
Systems now. Complete. Engaging exit protocols.
So I'm not, yeah, unfortunately I'm not sure then how to find this science vessel. I've found the Knossos, I've found, you know, other ships. But I've never gone out specifically looking for something like that. I assume you want it for the some of the scan data on board? Not sure what to say there. One of those things that I'm a little weak on, and I should really buff up my knowledge on.
Jumping to next system. All systems check out. No
Yes, if you're in that
unusual-
system, the megaship should show up in the navigation panel. Though you may have to be within 1,000 light seconds, I think? Don't quote me on that, though, I guess, so... System map.
Displaying map.
Yeah, nothing exciting there. Wait, quasi-star. Hypothetical star in the early universe. Okay. In terms of stellar evolution, specifically stellar death...
Jumping to next system.
My favorite
Exiting now.
favorite type of supernova has to be the pair instability supernova. Mere mortal, hello there. And that's where a star is so energetic that most of that it actually ends up it's broadcasting mostly in gamma rays. And those gamma rays are those gamma ray photons are energetic enough that they can flip some electrons into positrons. And then you end up with a star that actually destroys itself through a runaway matter-antimatter annihilation. Resume course.
System destination locked.
Have you heard the sound of two black holes merging? I've seen the visualization of it. I haven't actually heard the sound. Hello, Metaplot.
Leaving system.
But no, I'm familiar with it. The frequency going, you know,
Maximum velocity.
going up until it kind of merges and plinks.
Key systems are at optimum levels, readying for exit.
One of those things it's probably better to have visualized through, you know, sensor data than be anywhere close to. What's my damage looking like here? FSD is at 99%. Yeah, we're good. Actually, let's... Alright. No neutron stars in the area. Here's a question. How does one find a starport in an asteroid? Is there a list? Not so much a list per se. Usually it shows up as... Let me go find that once I complete this jump.
Frameshift now engaged. No anomalies detected.
They're usually
Scanning
just...
for anomalies. None
Thank
detected.
you, Alex. They're usually just listed as starports. Oh, there's a filter on EDDB for asteroid bases. Thank you, DK David. I thought there was. I just went to,
That sentence had too many syllables. Apologize!
Thank you, Mando. Thank you. I was just about to double check that. Let me load up... Let's see here. Ah, thank you, Gret. Ghost Tracker didn't ask, did a mini RP post, did you read it? And if so, would you be interested in me continuing with it? Elite Dangerous spin-off, not to attach to the game. Wanted to gauge an opinion before I continued. No, sorry, I haven't taken a look at that. I will take a look at that once once the stream wraps up. Give it a good read, and then, yeah, I'll ding you on the Discord and let you know. But no, thanks for bringing that to my attention. I've been... Well, as has been posted here, I am disorganized as shit.
Vectors. Maximum velocity engaged. Engaging exit protocols.
System map.
Displaying map.
Alright, what do we got here? Gas, 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 and rings. Nothing terribly amazing. Four jumps to HIP 38064. This is another very interesting planet, and I wish that Frontier wouldn't have altered it. 38064b used to have the deepest crater in the game.
Interstellar travel mode engaging now.
I want to say it was over 80, almost 90 kilometers deep.
Exiting now.
I once went down there in an SRV and I thought I was going to run into a damn Balrog. And unfortunately they changed it around so it's not that deep anymore. It's just a big, wide crater. "90 clicks deep." Thank you, Gret. Yeah, that was... It was a monster. Also, there was not 1 square centimeter of flat terrain on the damn thing. So I had to climb my SRV out of there. I've had more enjoyable experiences. Eye surgery is one of them, maybe. Like I mentioned earlier, holistic dentistry.
Hull integrity is within limits. All other systems are at normal levels.
Galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
Yeah, that's, well, 3 times deeper? The Grand Canyon is deeper than... No, the Grand Canyon is not 30 kilometers deep. It's much, much deeper than the Grand Canyon. Oh, let's see here. Fat Jeff. Another thing, you were talking about Eve. How many, I don't know how many star systems are available in Eve, but let's go to SAG A-Star here. So here's the supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way galaxy. Let's see here. 516,000 solar masses. 15 solar radii. By the way, this is a black hole that you cannot nose boop. Just so you know. This thing will boop back. Yeah, the Mariana... I misread that as the Marinara Trench. And suddenly I wanted cheese sticks. Yeah, the Marianas Trench is 11 clicks deep. So anyway, all these dots, you can visit them. How hard of a boop back? It will boop you so hard you will wake up at a space station about 26,000 light years away. And Gret did suggest, and I forgot this suggestion, now I'm going to show it here. Again, for any explorers out there, if you go to the Throeps sector here, anything really just above the galaxy, above or below the galactic plane, and then you use the galactic disk as a backdrop, and you have the map in normal mode like I do. Turn off my bookmarks. Black hole. And you got another black hole here. Another one here. Another one here. You got one over here. Now, here's a new one just showed up. If you go about 1,100 light years above the galactic disk, you will start running into the neutron and black hole fields. That's 1,100 light years above or below. If you go like 1 or 2 galactic arms towards the core. But you will find all of these black holes. Neutron stars. You can get some massive neutron boosts going here. And all of these, almost all of these are totally unexplored. Gret made 300 million in exploration data in 2 weeks, cherry-picking the Throeps sector. Yeah. And that's just one tiny bit. I mean, you could go, let's go 1,000 light years this way. Well, actually, closer to 10,000 light years. Oh, look, same thing. Big cloud of black holes and neutron stars here. All unexplored, all waiting for somebody to just scan them, get their name on the map. It's a wide open place out there. And yeah, Shindinder, that is a very hard boop.
Friendship now engaged.
That's like the boop of doom.
Hull integrity is within limits. All other systems are now at normal levels.
Ray, what did I miss? Nephews came by during the supermassive star. I was just showing off the Throeps sector, and the massive amounts of black holes. Basically, there's a big cloud of black holes and neutron stars between 1100 and 2100 light years above and below the galactic disk. Oh, and a bonus 50%, 50% first discovery bonus for anything unexplored. Here we go, HIP 38064. Again, if you don't like bright lights, sunglasses would be good right about
Adjusting
now.
for jump.
Do you know where roughly the Thargoids are located, or even if they're from this galaxy?
Engaging exit protocols.
Ish. Question mark. We've encountered them in the Pleiades cluster, 300, 400 light years from the bubble. However, some of the markings on the barnacles are close to... They look like the Large Magellanic Cloud, actually. And then there's other people suggesting that they may actually live in witch space. They may be higher dimensional beings that live in hyperspace. System map.
System cartography.
So here's 38064, and this is another fun star system. What we got here? I think this is a K-class? M-class. Oh, here we go. This is an M-class star. This one is not a brown dwarf. This is a red dwarf, but it's still undergoing fusion. How many times have you seen a star with rings? Well, there's there's 4 of them in this system. This star has rings. And there's 38064 Planet 2. Close binary pair with Planet 1, both of them ringed. But Planet 2 is landable. Yeah, it's a good view while mining. Also, you have to turn off your fuel scoop because, like I'm demonstrating here, you can be on planetary approach and your fuel scoop will be running. Big planet and small planet. Now this is where physics kind of breaks down because this shouldn't happen. These two bodies so close to each other, their rings should both be totally disrupted. But rule of cool and all that. So yeah, the fuel scoop is still active. Metaplot, found a brown dwarf with rings. Yeah, they're out there, they're just not that common. And to see a red dwarf with rings in M-class? That one's getting a little bit more rare. Two-ton Ted. Yo dog, I heard you like rings. Yeah. You know what? We're gonna land right over here. That way we get a better view. And by the way, that planet up there, Planet 1, that is the home of an SOB who hates sand. Cisco boy, why would you shut down your fuel scoop? From overheating? Yeah. My ship runs cold enough, though, that I can be running the fuel scoop and it'll only put me at like 50% heat. I still wouldn't charge the jump drive while I was scooping, but this is relatively safe for me. Yeah, Gret. Meow, my wife, Commander Meow, she found a ringed Earth-like world. Oh no, it gets better. Ringed Earth-like orbiting a neutron star. She no longer gets to complain about any of my discoveries, period.
Plot twist!
Dump. Dump? Duh, NP? Dump. I'm gonna go with that. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Pull up a seat. Metaplot, how rare are Earthlikes? They're pretty rare. Earthlikes are pretty rare. Ringed Earthlikes are like, you know, as I said yesterday, they're about as rare as rocking horse shit. And ringed Earthlikes around a neutron star? That is, yeah, those are odds where she should have gone out and bought a lottery ticket. Gear down.
Gear down.
Okay, 2G, not too horrible here. Yeah, ringed Earthlikes are one of the rarest things you can find. I'm trying to think if there is anything more rare, and I don't recall. So we don't want to put the ship down too hard, or we're going to lose the shields, and probably the ship. This isn't a Type 10. We're just going to reinforce the shields. Not that it's going to do much. These things are... These shields are more for protection against the occasional bump. They are not designed to handle any kind of significant impact. How realistic is a ringed Earthlike? Wouldn't there be a constant risk of meteorites falling down? No, it's relatively realistic. I mean, most of the material in a planet's rings are tiny. They'd actually more likely burn up. Most of the material in a ring is dust, grains of sand. Maybe, I mean, to get something bigger than a house would be astonishingly rare. The rings in Elite, they are, again, kind of rule of cool. And because you want to be Han Solo going through the asteroid belt, you don't want to be just kind of dinging your way through a dust storm. And yeah, even that impact knocked my shields down by 2/3. Hey, Budman! Landable terraformable. Okay, you win. Binary black holes with a ringed Earthlike? No, I think Budman still wins because, yes, there is the landable terraformable out there.
High gravity warning.
Thud. Not a bad-looking ship. I really, really want to be able to use the forward observation bay, though. I would love to have a bridge there. Kind of Mass Effect Andromeda, or hell, even the Shenzhou on Discovery. Nice boots? Yeah. They get the job done. Yeah, that is a big star. We're talking O-class giant here. How high is the gravity? Gravity here is 2G. 2G even. I would make it a selfie, but I don't have the external camera set up in the SRV. But yeah, this is a great view. Let's see how good we can get going here. Actually, I take that back. Let's go get these rocks first. Nice thing about surface prospecting on a high-G world, the rocks don't go flying everywhere. Highest gravity planet I've successfully landed on was Achenar 3. And that's just south of 7G. Highest gravity planet I've unsuccessfully landed on, or maybe super successfully landed on, is something like 1,000 light years out, and they call it Strong G, and it is north of 9G. Funny how that works. Alright, let's go for an SRV speed record here. Engines. Well, that doesn't help my speed record at all, now does it? Cisco Boy, what's your setup for planetary surface mining? Honestly, planetary surface mining is just NSRV. All you do is just go in an SRV, and that's totally stock. You can't modify or engineer the SRV at all. You follow this sensor trace here on the scopes, and it's kind of like a game of hot or cold. You know, warmer, warmer, warmer. The different sensor returns on this scope indicate different materials. And then you blast apart whatever rock you find and scoop it up with your SRV's cargo scoop. So it also makes... So, for instance, right here, there's actually two separate materials I'm scanning. And they're almost like 50-50 on the scope. Split at the 12 o'clock position. One of them has two solid lines very close to the other. And the other one has two solid lines a little bit more separated. And with that, you've basically got two separate materials, or two separate rocks to bust up. This one is an outcrop. That one is an outcrop, and then you got one over here that is like... Let's see if we can't get closer and find it. And this one is a bronzite chondrite. The really, really good stuff are the metallic meteorites. They have the really rare stuff. But also the materials make a different sound. Probably can't hear it. I've got my my game turned down a little bit lower than my volume, but... Oh, come on. And yeah, repair synthesis helps a lot too. We're gonna get around here so we can actually position for a good shot. Okay, you can't hear the tone? Alright. Different versions, you know, bronzite chondrites have a different cycling tone than an outcrop. And metallic... Ooh, ruthenium, chromium. Good stuff. Yeah, Thantos, that's the sound I'm talking about. Outcrops sound different than chondrites, sound different than... vanadium? Don't mind if I do. Come on, there we go. Commander Brusilov, magnificent view. It really is. I love coming out here. Also, it's not that bad for finding really good materials. Certainly a much better view than the garbage truck outside my window right now. Apartment living. Relling, which are good planets to do this? Honestly, I like doing this on higher gravity worlds. Cisco Boy, do you use your ship's refinery when you're done, or do you just sell raw ore? Okay, so there's a split here. And Thantos, do you need cargo space for this stuff? No. So, This is a multi-part thing going on here. There's prospecting. Huh, I don't have that. Okay, I don't have the key set up. Okay, so there's surface prospecting, and that goes into the materials. Antimony, arsenic, elements like, you know, boron, iron, cadmium. I pick up stuff off the ground, and I get this. Raythan, yeah, this is for materials. Now, when you are mining off an asteroid, you're blasting off chunks of, say, painite, gold, silver. Those are different. Those require the collector limpets and the refinery and the mining laser. A garbage truck could be hiding many treasures. More than likely it's hiding many flies. So surface prospecting is where you go to pick up, you know, to pick up materials for engineering. Gret. Let's see here. And to answer the question of surface prospecting, what planets do you like? I like the planets that have higher gravity. Because when you're surface prospecting on a low-gravity planet, and, okay, that's true, Budman. Yes, you can get materials off of the asteroids as a side effect. You are correct. But mostly when you're asteroid mining, you're doing it for the, you know, the mineral wealth that you then sell, refine and sell. No, Thantos, you are correct. But yeah, I prefer surface prospecting on high G worlds because if you're on a low G planet and you blast an outcrop or something, that stuff is just going to go flying off into the great beyond, land like 100 meters away, and everything's scattered all over hell and creation. In this case, everything just kind of falls into one nice, neat, tidy pile.
Oh, snap! The monster I see you killed is actually a monster truck! Oh, you motherfucker!
And a lot of it you can just sit in one place and scoop it up. Also ruthenium now. So I'm getting a lot of elemental wealth here for the raw materials. That's good. I've been a little short on this stuff. So if I want to engineer some stuff later on, I've got the raw materials. I can go to the raw material trader. And Ray, yes, painite in the ass, but thank you so much for that, Thantos. That definitely deserves some puns. Also, your SRV doesn't go bouncing all over hell and creation either. The suspension is so satisfying. It's satisfying on high G worlds. I hate it on low G worlds. You hit a bump at 20 meters per second and you are no longer a vehicle. You are a... you are a very low-flying aircraft. Yeah, you don't have to do the lazy vacuum dance back and forth. Unless, of course, there's a hill. Can you sell the stuff you mine on planetary surfaces? No, you can't. Not unless you pick up some kind of raw or some other material. Like, if you pick up a cargo canister and that's got gold in it, yeah, you can sell that. But most of the stuff that you're blasting out of these rocks, you're using that just for straight up upgrades of your own stuff. For instance, and I wish I had a mouse cursor running here, but, well, can I do this? Can I cheat it? Nope, I can't. On the scope, you can see that, you know, it's all on the lowest end, I guess. Closest to the radar screen, I guess. Now, if you get a sensor return higher up that scale, like near the top of the scale, that's usually indicating man-made equipment. Are there any nearby crashed condas? Not on this planet. I think at most once upon a time I found a crashed navigation buoy. Or probe. Oh, Thantos, that just sucks. So right here, we've got two different low range readings here. So there's two different types of rock to bust open over here. This one is a... oh, what's the pronunciation on that? Mesosiderite. I'm probably getting that way wrong, don't care. Let the turret do its thing, and we got molybdenum. Got a bunch of stuff. Molybdenum, zinc, more molybdenum, tin. Yeah, just take it all. Yeah, there's no real way to determine or separate on the scope of the valuable resources. Really, it's RNG. You could get really super high-grade stuff out of really common stuff like this bronzite chondrite. You know, you could get some very high-quality stuff out of it. Or you could just get some, you know, dirt common iron. Let's look what we got here. Nickel, zinc. And metallic meteorites are the best stuff. And you can hear them, and they have their own special trace on it. So this is a different. This reading I've got right now is a different reading, I think, than what I've seen before. It's a little bit higher. Excuse me. A little bit higher range. Bump into the rock because rock. And yeah, whoever was saying, you know, why can't we get some lead weights? I got a better one for you. Why can't we have SRVs built from the same technology as skimmers? That way, instead of crashing into every rock at full speed and turning into a very pissed off passenger, you can just fly above the rocks. I don't know, double or triple fuel consumption, but be able to fly a little bit. Okay, this is just a standard outcrop. Anyway, that's pretty much Surface Prospecting 101. Got a few good materials, got a spectacular view out of it. So, now moment of truth, let's see if my AI can actually bring the ship back in one piece.
Ship recalled.
So here you can see a higher range on the scope as it's locking onto my ship. So that's what a high frequency return looks like. Excuse me. Oh, Budman, thank you so much for the 500 bits. Cisco boy, you say you like higher G worlds for mining, is that... I'll be damned, you actually didn't wreck my ship. You say you like higher G worlds for mining, is that indicated in the system map? Yes, it is. System map.
Displaying map.
So here you can see this is actually, it says 2G. Now you have to run a scan on the planet, but... Alicorse, thank you so much for the 400 bits. And here you've got 3.13G that you can land on. This one looks like it is it's another high metal content. This one is metal rich. That's why I'm getting some really good materials out of this one. This one is high metal content, so a little less awesome on the materials. A little bit higher G, though. This one, I've actually not scanned, so it's not giving me the gravity.
Did we have to let him detonate 3/4 of the ship?
Seeing as how they would have detonated 4/4, I think it was a good choice.
Yeah, and I don't have any of the planets or moons scanned out here. Though I do want to go and have a look at this ringed star. So now to see if we can handle a 2G up boost. Northema, thank you so much for the 100 bits. 100 bits hype.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Gear up.
Retracting landing modules.
Now we just need 200 bits and we have 500, 400, 100, 300, 200p.
I am a fan of bits, I must say. Your landing modules weren't touching the ground. Shh. Don't tell him. Alright, so since I don't actually have enough power distributor to boost, we're having to manually climb out of this. Santos, that sound bit sounds similar to what they did in Guardians 2. Transformers the movie, actually, 1986 version. You know, the one without Michael Bay. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain? Exactly. Now you're thinking. System map.
System map.
Yeah, the one where Optimus Prime knocked 5 bells out of Megatron after Meg's killed. Let's see here. Ratchet, Prowl, Ironhide, Brawn. Yeah, 4 guys on the shuttle. And then Megatron got better, came back, and turned Starscream into dust. Nerd! Yes. And? Therefore? I don't know. Starscream had a certain... I want to say... had a certain acidic disposition that worked really well. Shindinder, insert Homer's nerd here. I was thinking go for DBZ abridged Piccolo. Yeah, still casually fuel scooping. Any new sounds on Megatron? Not yet. We'll be getting some more in here eventually. So yeah, it's been a while since I've been out here, and I wanted to see if they've done any changes since they changed this planet around. I'm wondering if they've changed the rings around on this star or anything. Oh, Starscream put in the work. I mean, you don't get to, the command triumvirate of the Decepticons without being pretty good at backing up the talk. The problem is that the guy ahead of you in the line is, well, it's Megatron and you're not. So, I mean, Starscream was able to, kill, outfly, outshoot, out anything, just about anybody else, but going up against Megatron? Hello! You've just initiated your own mugging! Come on down! Ah, holy crap, it's 3:30. Shoot, running late. Alright, I'm going to have a look at this star, and then we're going to have to wrap it up, because I'm not going to make it back to the bubble before 4. So, yeah, real world takes priority, unfortunately. But no, I still want to see what this star is looking like. Hey, Klingon promotion method is still promotion method. Alright, there's something very strange here. Okay, so it's in a binary pair with that planet. So those two lines, those two lines around each other, those two circles, those are varying orbits. So the star, this planet actually has enough mass to affect this star's orbit. What in the hell? System map.
System cartography.
Holy time zones, would you happen to be on the West Coast? Yes, I would. Yep, living in Seattle right now. 0.11G. Oh, you would be the one affecting this this star's orbit. Okay, where are you? System map. System map.
System cartography.
Where are you? There you are. Land of coffee and rain. True, and aircraft. You are what's affecting this star's orbit. John Simpson from the Horatio Hornblower miniseries. Heard of it, haven't seen it. Land of coffee and rain and moo. Yes, there is that. And the ring is an unfortunate body that got in the middle. Yeah, that would be... System map. Let's see the
System
mass on this
cartography.
thing. Alright, gravity, 15 point... Okay, 73. So this thing is about Jupiter-sized. That would do it. This thing is 2,000 Earth masses. Well, now you got me wondering what the mass on Jupiter is. So it's pulling a red dwarf star around. 2,000 Earth masses. What is Jupiter running at? Oh, holy crap. Okay, Jupiter. 300 Earth masses. Holy crap. 317 Earth masses. System map.
Displaying map.
Yeah, there's a tiny berry center, but this thing... Approximately Jupiter's radius, but... 6? Nearly 7 times the mass of Jupiter? Damn. And now, of course, yes, it's a big star. O-class giant. Maybe supergiant. I don't quite know where the differentiation is there. Whatever it is, though, it's 48 solar masses and 11.2 solar radii. So yeah, it ain't exactly small by any measure. Should have been here when we were at VY Canis Majoris. Yeah, it's a Class 3 giant. I'm not sure what to make of this thing. Metal-rich rings. I wonder if that has any kind of influence. Probably not. Weird. Anyway, it's getting to be about that time. Actually, it's gotten past that time. Yeah, 15G. That thing is dense. I'm going to have to get going, but I will be back tomorrow. I may be back in the bubble by then, or you may be riding along with me as I make my way back home. Either way, though, thank you all for coming out and sharing your time with me. Always nice to talk to folks. Always nice to answer questions, meet new people, and talk to old people. But yeah, I'm Mr. Moo. I am an elite dangerous streamer with occasional hints of Battletech here and there and elsewhere. Well, thank you so much for that, Ghost. So yeah, I'm gonna, let's see here. Where are we going now? Who's on? Who is on? You know, Levangi is running Elite Dangerous, and he's a good streamer. Always fun to run with him, too. So, old people, must mean me. Hey, I mean me, too. But yeah, everybody, fly safe. If you can't fly safe, fly dangerous. If you can't fly safe or fly dangerous, don't go face planting into a star. Take care, everybody. Have a good one, and I will be back. I'll be back tomorrow. Usual time, usual place, noon Pacific. See you then, hopefully. And let's send this raid on over. And Fat Jeff, thanks for a great stream. Thanks for the information. Absolutely. Always glad to help out. See you all again tomorrow.